Good morning. Hey, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. I know this is like an impromptu. I typically be doing the impromptu lives. You know what I'm saying? I just pop up here, so y'all just got to be ready for whenever I comes through. Okay. Mariah recently did an interview, so we definitely got to talk about it in a sense. Okay, because I started watching it, I didn't finish it, but we'll get into it. All right, here we go. Hey, babe. All right, y'all. So, good morning. Good morning to everybody. Shout out to you guys coming out into the video. Okay. As you guys come in, definitely be sure to support the channel by liking the video. Okay. That means a lot to me. With the live being so impromptu, a lot of people won't get the notifications. They won't know that we are actually live. But you liking the video lets YouTube know that we live, and they might get a little something, girl, when they open up the app and see that, girl, we live, so they can come on over and enjoy, and join us and join in on the conversation. Okay, so this is how this is gonna go. Shout out to Mariah. Okay, Mariah, she recently sat down and did an interview with All About the Tea over on Instagram, and I started watching it this morning, and I did not get a chance to finish it. I feel like I was probably like maybe 10 minutes in, maybe longer, I'm not sure. So as I got back to the crib, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna watch it. Then I said, hey, let's to watch it together with my people. You feel what I'm saying? So that is exactly what we are going to do. All right, we're gonna head on over here to Mariah's page, and we're gonna listen to what she had to say, because girl, she talked about Quad and how they handled her as far as booting her off and removing her from the group. She touched on Dr. Jackie. She talked about a few things. Okay, I don't know what all she really got into, because like I said, I didn't get a chance to fully finish it, but I know some of her clips are going viral, and Married to Medicine is the talk of the town right now. All right. The ladies are the topic of conversation at this time. So I want us to, get into it together. All right, like we did previously with some other videos. So let's just go ahead and do that. I think it may take her a minute for her to get like set up or whatever. So while she's getting that audio and stuff set up, and I'm doing this on my computer, so unfortunately I can't like fast forward through some stuff. We'll give her some time to get it together. All right. I feel like she kind of showed a little grace when it came to Quad and stuff. When she was doing this, she talked about how I believe Monica asked her, like, you seem to have a soft spot for Quad, and she was like, nah, I just got a soft spot for women in general. You know what I'm saying? That's what she said. I don't know. I think you do have a soft spot for Quad. I think whenever you've had a friendship in the past and it may have soured, I think that there may always be like a little soft spot for that person. It might be a real tiny soft spot, but it might be a little soft spot. It just depends on how the breakup of the friendship happened. Okay. I don't know. Maybe she don't got no soft spot for Quad. Quad did accuse her of doing drugs. You know what I'm saying? Had that lady taking a whole drug test just to, you know what I'm saying, confirm that she never had no drugs in her life. But that was some messy shit there, honey.
I'm back.
You back?
Yep, I am back.
We can hear. Everybody wants to see you, Monica. Monica is not. You can't see her tonight, but you can hear her loud.
Baby, you will never see Monica.
Yes, ma'am.
Understand that,
ma'am. Oh, Monica, the people want to see your face, girl.
Should we just go ahead and get right into it?
Boom. Yes, I ain't got time for this shit, girl. I ain't gonna see my.
All right now.
This interview.
So CNN has a series called See It Loud, where they acknowledge Black writers and creators of shows that change the game. Okay. And naturally, you are one of these women that are being recognized and acknowledged for creating Married to Medicine. How do you feel to finally receive your flowers?
I can't can't lie, it felt really, really good. I was absolutely ecstatic to be a part of it with people like Jody Gomes as the executive producer. She was the director, and to hear Kandi and other women speak so highly of me, it touched my heart. So I think that it always feels good when people give you your flowers while you live it,
No, that's right. And you certainly deserve it because you've worked so hard.
And you know what I realized in that moment is sometimes you don't always get your flowers from the people you think you deserve them from.
First of all, can I say this? Mariah, I see you, girl. I see you, girl. I see you, and I'm not even mad at it. Mariah done opened up this shared co-work space, or like studio or whatever, where you can go into different rooms and do different things, whether it's a green screen, whether you need a business meeting, whether you just need a content creating room or whatever like that. So she done opened up this location. And what it's giving is you ain't really been doing a lot of interviews for real about Married to Medicine or just interviews in general, I don't think. Maybe more recently you have, right? So with all of this controversy and stuff that's going on with Married to Medicine, you decide to hop on and do this interview. Baby, I'm not even mad at it, okay? Go ahead, since the people is bringing you up, the people keep, comparing what has happened with Quad to the situation that happened with you and you being the creator of the show and all of that, girl. Yes, slide right on in, do your mother interview, and then slick promote. In the midst of everything they got going on, promote your business and what you got going on. I see what you're doing, girl. And I'm not even mad at it. I know that's damn right. You've been out here promoting this damn co-share space. Let me hop on y'all wave, even though I gave y'all the wave to hop on. Hello, I'm the one that gave y'all the wave to hop on. Understand that, bitch. And let me do these interviews and do what I need to do. I'm here for it. It's called Sleek Co-work Media and Event Studio. Do your thing. I ain't mad.
But God has a mysterious way of working things out. It still comes full circle. So it was a beautiful moment for me, and it was a great experience to receive those flowers, even if they didn't come from, who I thought they would come from.
Right. Amen. That's right.
I hope y'all can hear it.
Steve, will you take the next question?
I'd love to. Mariah, what do you think about the demand from fans to bring you back on to the Married to Medicine show?
I love that the fans miss me and want me and desire more of me. But I think my role as it relates to Married to Medicine has been etched in stone as the creator, an executive producer. And I think I left my mark. Honey, the girls are going in a very different direction. So I love that the fans want me back, but I think if I ever were to have a role back, they all would probably want to be in caskets. But I think if I ever were to have,
not they all want to be in caskets.
It would be much like one of my counterparts, Mr. Andy Cohen, and I love to sit on the couch and ask the girls a few questions and bring a book of receipts.
Okay, in the chat. Y'all, let me know, because I would love to see Mariah back on the actual show. But y'all let me know. It's very clear that that's not going to happen. And it seems like that's the decision she's choosing to make. So it doesn't matter who approaches her about it. The answer is fucking no. But can y'all see her in that role as of Andy? I can. And I actually would like that. I mean, you gave Nicki Minaj the opportunity to come and do it with Real Housewives of Potomac. If all is well in the land, like we would want to believe, then I actually would love to see her come sit back and ask these ladies questions. But I don't know if they're gonna be able to really handle that. The great thing is that it will make great TV. It will make great TV because she knows them more than Andy, in my personal opinion. I mean, and really, that's just really what it is. I mean, hell, she the one that recommended them for the show, brought them to the show. It's like, so she know the ins and outs. She's experienced it from multiple ends. So that would be, bitch, to see Mariah hold people feet to the fire about stuff. That would be entertaining. And I wish that y'all would, Bravo would get this and try to bring her in for this. But since y'all got so much attention on y'all, bring her in for this reunion and let her sit. That way she could talk to Quad, because we don't know if Quad gonna come back next season, but she's supposed to be at the reunion. Bring her in for that. I would love to see her do that. Matter of fact, that's something y'all should start considering, because I do feel like, and I know it's editing as well, but sometimes I feel like Andy doesn't fully I don't know if it's not the right questions or if they skip too quick to the next thing without allowing a person to fully give their answer. And that could be editing or that could be Andy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure. But with that being said, I think it would be dope if old housewives came back, especially if it's a 3-part reunion, came back and asked their questions that they had of the cast based on what the hell they saw from that season. Like what y'all did with Nikki. I think they brought Nikki in for one part. I think it was part 2, and then Andy finished the first half, and then the third half. Like, bring Mariah. That would be great. I would love that. That's just me. Y'all let me know in the chat how y'all would feel about that.
So that's what I feel like my role would be if I were to ever be a part of the Married to Medicine franchise again.
The show certainly does look a lot different from the show you created, doesn't it?
Well, it looks different, but to me, I see a lot of the same old pettiness. You know, to me, it's almost as if there is an unwritten rule or script that says you have to isolate, put someone on an island, bully, invite and uninvite. I mean, we've seen that. We've seen it 10 seasons ago with me. So, you know, I hate that part of it. I don't think you have to isolate, you know, and be mean and bully people. I think you can read the girls and, you know, you can have an opinion, but there's no need to minimize somebody to that level.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna say this, y'all. Y'all already know how I do my lives, girl. It's definitely going to be giving pauses. Okay, so if you want to watch it all the way through, I would suggest you go to Mariah's page. I think all about the team may have it on their page, but go to one of those pages to watch it all the way through without interruptions. But when Mariah talks about the ladies going in a different direction, I wish that the question would have been asked: what direction do you think that they are going into? What direction are you seeing? Considering the fact that you're following up your statement with you're seeing a lot of the same old pettiness. Because to me, honestly, I feel like they doing the same old shit that they always been doing. It's just shifting to a different person, in my opinion. You know, and let's be honest, as much as I love Mariah, y'all gave us something completely different than what you were trying to, because you and Toya got to fight on the very first season, from my understanding, from what I can recall. So how different, like what direction did you mean when you say that?
You're absolutely right. Well, speaking of bullying and minimizing people, Quad, a former friend of yours who's a cast member and Married to Medicine, or was a cast member, how do you feel about Quad being kicked off the show?
You know, I'm not sure. Honestly, how I feel about it, I think I'm still kind of taking it in. I'm not sure if I think that is actually going to play out with her being off the show. I don't know if it's to get this type of response or get us, you know, to talk about it. I think right now the show has a lot of afterthoughts and a lot of commentary about, you know, her role or lack thereof with the role. So I'm not sure how I feel about it. I do think the way in which it was done was very low. I do. I mean, I didn't like them inviting her, you know, all those miles away to California just to send her home. I thought it was pathetic. And I think that there are different depths of desperation. And I just didn't like it. For whoever it was, forget that it was Quad. I think that they should be better than that. And I just didn't like it. I didn't like any of it. It was brutal to watch. And I typically watch it on Kempire or if you get or people get, a lot of the bloggers get snippets of it. But I watched that episode and I was clutching my pearls.
Girl, not clutching your pearls.
I I felt horrible for her.
Well, it sounds like you kind of have a soft spot for Quad. And I know you guys have been friends for many, many, many years. If Quad was to reach out to you tomorrow, what would that conversation sound like?
You know, to be perfectly honest with you, it's not about Quad. I have a soft spot for women. I think that just as women, we should treat each other, you know, treat one another a certain way. And I'm not saying I'm perfect. I mean, you know, I shade the girls and do the most, but I have integrity and I have a moral compass. And I feel like I'm cut from a different cloth as it relates to that. I don't know what a conversation between Quad and I would look like, because for me, she still hasn't taken some accountability with things that happen in my relationship, in our relationship or friendship, and a lot of the lies that were told about me. However, I think Quad has been through a lot, just as I have. And I think you grow up, and you know, so I'm not sure what that conversation would look like, but my heart goes out to her with the way she was treated.
BITCH. When I heard that part, I said, this why I love Mariah. Like, I'm sorry, y'all not gonna turn me against this lady. Like, I feel like she was being just honest and real. You know what I'm saying? Like, she even gave her grace, and she was like, she didn't like what they did as far as kicking Quad out. I do feel like that was a bit messed up. I felt like they could have waited until at least slept on it and made a decision the next day. But honestly, if y'all watched the review that I did, honestly, it would not have mattered when they told Quad, whether it was the very next day or that night. It would have been messed up either way it go, because she was gonna go home within 24 hours, and people already wasn't rocking with her. No way, didn't even want a room with the girl, but y'all the ones trying to sit down and meet with Toya to see if she could come on a trip. Y'all fake. So that's why I rock with Toya more this season, because Toya is keeping the same energy throughout the whole thing for me. Everybody else is dibbling, dabbling, fake. Y'all wanted her to come on the trip, and then when Toya gives in and say she can come on a trip, but she didn't get her no room, don't nobody want the lady to room with her. Like, I think that was, you know, messed up. But Quad, if they already ain't really fucking with you like that for real, really was no point in going on the trip, because you're not gonna have a good time either way. So your best bet was for you to go home at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you might as well just go to the crib. But I appreciate Mariah extending grace and having a bit of sympathy for whatever Quad has going on. I told you guys in a previous video how I felt like Quad has been through a lot, from losing her friend to losing her man, whether it was by her choice or whatever, to losing her brother, you know what I'm saying, to losing her niece, to losing out on being a part of this show this season. We don't know what's in the air for next season, but I feel like she has been through a lot, and I can even say, you know what I'm saying? I say that. So to hear Mariah go ahead and just be honest about that and not try to finesse the conversation, just be honest, like she feel bad for the lady, you know, and gives her grace. I'm like, that's nice, because you ain't got to give grace to nobody that sat up there and said that you was out there doing drugs. You know what I'm saying? And to me, I do know that Mariah did say that she believed Quad messed around with her sister's husband. But I feel like the harsher one for me was saying that this lady do drugs. That was worse than to me, than Mariah saying, girl, you slept with my brother-in-law, bitch. Okay. Now I do feel like that could have possibly been a lie. Like, bitch, you want to tell a lie on me, I'm gonna tell a lie on you. We just gonna be telling lies or whatever. But I feel like what Quad said to Mariah was worse. And it's crazy how a lot of people still was team Quad, still go up for Quad even with these allegations, but y'all years later are still upset with Phaedra because of course of the sex stuff that she said, but she also accused Kandi of drugging somebody else. Okay, therefore also saying Kandi do it too. So you could have ruined what Kandi had going on, but y'all still pissed with Phaedra to this day. Don't want to see her on no Bravo stuff, even though you're gonna watch anyway, because it's just how you is. But ain't nobody be upset or that upset about what Quad accused this lady of doing, as if she ain't got shit to lose herself. I'm gonna let y'all do what y'all want to do, girl. But anyway, shout out to Mariah when Mariah sat up there and said, girl, listen, she still hasn't taken accountability for some shit that she said about me. And I was over here like, girl, oh, I said, that's why I love this lady, girl. I was like, that's what I'm talking. Talk about it, girl, because you ain't never lied about that. Okay. Accountability is not a strong suit of Quad's, and it's just not. And she'll get there at some point. She's just, you know, she just be fighting to be heard. Okay. And it just, the timing just be a bit off. Okay. It just be a bit off. But let's go ahead and just keep going.
I'll take the next one here. And I'm just wondering,
Mhm.
for someone that's currently in an unscripted television or pursuing that venture, what advice would you give them based on the experience with you and what we witnessed with Quad that just happened?
Don't do a show with a lot of fish, a lot of women.
Oh,
I'm just joking.
oh.
I'm just joking. No, be authentic. Be your best self. You know, you may not necessarily fit in, but sometimes sticking out like a sore thumb works. Be yourself. Whether people love it or hate it, be your best you. And, you know, I just think you can't go wrong when you're being authentic. I think, you know, people sense that, and it's very relatable. And I mean, they'll love you or hate you, but, you know, they'll respect you for being you. Nobody can beat you at being you, you know?
You have a good point, yes.
Absolutely. You know what? I want to circle back to Quad since we're on the topic.
Ooh, we giving Miss Moore a whole lot of time.
We sure is. Well, you know what? She's a hot topic and she was trending. So, you know, we might as well, since we're here, we might as well.
Okay.
How do you feel? How did Quad's drug allegations affect you at that time?
Ooh, let me tell you something. I think that was the lowest of the low. And to hear these ladies talk of accountability so much,
Clock it.
and know that I was drugged that way in terms of being, you know, accused of being Rudolph with a white nose. And the fact that she would say these things on national TV and knew it wasn't true. And none of them, you know, came to my defense and knew how much, you know, I had carried myself as a woman. And it really hurt me. It tore into me and it took something away from me. And what hurt me was that I was dealing with other things. I was slaying bigger dragons and I could not sue her at the time because that's a lot of the questions that I get. You know, why didn't I give her defamation? I would have, but honey, if you're roasting a beluga whale, you can't go after, you know, a sardine. You know, it's just my focus was not on what Quad was saying, but I was hurt by it. But I was hurt more than anything that this group of doctors and doctors' wives knew, you know, I had been a drug rep. I had been a reputable medical salesperson, and I was the owner of the franchise. And I've always been professional, and I've never done recreational drugs. So I thought it was bullshit, quite frankly. And I think that, you know, those are some questions that they should still be asking, and they knew it. You know, they knew it was wrong, and they went along with it. So I at that point, I knew that their hate for me outweighed anything.
Damn, I ain't even here. Of course, so y'all know I ain't finished it. So I'm over here like, whoa, she was willing to sue her ass. I wonder what other dragons was she slaying. I feel like Aiden could have probably told her, let it go, let it, don't even. I feel like somebody probably got to her and told her, you know, let it go. But I'm surprised she didn't sue her, especially knowing that you went and took that panel. And the panel confirmed that you haven't done any type of drugs for the past 5 years or whatever the case was. I feel like that soft spot also kicked in. Either somebody got in your head or that soft spot kicked in for you to not sue her. Because yeah, that was grounds for sue. And when I hear her talk about this, now I see why she probably wouldn't even want to come back and play with them. Like, for what? Why would I come back and play with you hoes when I already see how y'all do? Y'all have shown me enough. I'm good over here. So I'll come back and ask you some questions and hold your feet to the fire. Yes, but come down there to come off my chariot to throw tomatoes with you, sweetheart. Not Mariah.
Absolutely.
Well, then with that being said, I'm just curious.
Oh, that's right. She was suing Bravo. She was dealing with she was getting ready to go up against Bravo, I believe, or either the production company, whatever it was. Yes, I believe that's what she was getting ready to go up against. So she didn't have time to handle her, because if she could have, baby, that would have been some shit there, girl. Girl, Saved by the Dragon. Girl, let me press play.
What do you think is harder? Being married to medicine or being a doctor?
Ooh, I think it's really a comparison. I think that they are different paths. I think being a physician is a very, very hard thing. And that's why I was so intrigued by, you know, the field of medicine and I really wanted to give these ladies, you know, the glory and show how hard it is to go in to save lives, the husbands, you know, whether it's a husband or wife, you know, I wanted to show the sacrifices in medicine. So I'm not sure which is harder. I don't think it's fair to really compare them. But I think that there is definitely a special kind of love that we should give to people that have to face that type of, to have to face illness and death every single day. I don't know that I could do that.
Now, you put a lot of Americans to work.
Yes, honey, I did. Talk about it, Steve. Talk about it, Steve. Give me more. Give me jobs. Yes, honey.
So when it appeared that they flipped on you on the show and everything,
Like flip on Mars. Yes, they did, honey.
what was your biggest struggle with that? What was your internal battle?
I don't know. I faced a lot of battles. You know, I faced a lot of battles with that, you know, loyalty. I faced the battle of, you know, this was my dream, and I shared it with these ladies, and I never, ever, I wanted us to all grow together. And it really, really bothered me because I felt as if, I don't know, it just tore me up in the inside. Not that they owed me anything, but I just thought the least they could do is say thank you. You know what I mean? I think that they gave me their asses to kids. And it just really, I just didn't understand it. It was hurtful.
Shame on them.
Yeah, it was very hurtful. But I think that in the end, you know, you don't sometimes do things, you know, for people to say, you know, thank you. Sometimes God used you as a vessel. And I had to realize that's what I was. I was a vessel. They don't owe me anything. Respect would be great, but you know what? It comes, I get it from other places. And so I'm blessed.
It is what it
You
is.
truly are. You truly are. I have a two-part question because since we're on the topic of doctors,
Huh?
we're going to get into some things. Dr. Jackie.
Oh, shit.
Now, she's been making some headlines lately, but let me start with my first question. You mentioned the drug. We talked about the drug allegations and how those allegations made you feel.
Yeah.
And during that time, I remember you took, it was like a 5-panel drug test that went back 5 years, hair follicles and all kinds of stuff. And you were looking for support and you said, Jackie, can you please read the drug test? Because you're a doctor. This is very technical stuff.
Yeah.
And she could have exonerated you at that point, but she didn't. How did that make you feel?
Although it made me feel bad, I think that it showed who she was. For me, it did. I saw exactly who she was because outside of me, she took a medical oath. I'm not her patient, but to see a drug test and not even say, no, this is wrong, this is right, but this, you know, this translates to X, Y, and Z. I saw something different in her. You know, and they had kind of poked out in different situations, but I'm not surprised with any of the things that's going on with the controversy with Jackie because she's shown that since season 1. We've seen how she treated obese ladies, and we've seen how she's judged a lot of women. I mean, you give her grace because she's Dr. Jackie, but she ain't Jesus.
Come on, Mariah.
You know, and she makes mistakes like the rest of us. So I think one of the problems with the show is that we have put her so much on a pedestal. And why? Because because her patients are celebrities. No, we got to do better with that. And I think that was a part of my lesson in this journey, putting people on pedestals. Yes, they're doctors. I wanted to pay homage because of all the work and the sacrifice, but they're still people. I mean, and some, like my mama could say, it's nothing worse than the educated fool.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
we love Mama Lucy.
I know.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah. You're right. You can't go to Dr. Jackie's office weighing more than 175 without her tearing your head off. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
You are so right. So what are your thoughts on Jackie saying that Black women cry wolf and lie to get out of work while pregnant? This is a doctor saying this.
I think that it's horrid for her to plant that kind of seed about Black women when we are already fighting so many stereotypes and preconceived notions. But I think it's great that she's telling you what she really thinks. I think it's great that we've seen what she thinks about Black women and Black, and think that we're crying wolf. And I think that we just have to take a step back, and when people show you who they are, believe them. So I hate that she's made those comments, but I saw who she was when she compared me to herpes, and she's an OBGYN and treat people with venereal diseases daily. So I was one of the victims of her spewed hate, and people kind of swept it under the rug because it was Dr. Jackie, and we got to stop doing that with people.
Facts. A lot of shit got swept under the rug because that's Dr. Jackie and you over there being Mariah. Now, Dr. Heavenly now paging Dr. Heavenly. Girl, where you at? Where you at? Come on, Jennifer Hudson. Where you at? Come on, where you at, Dr. Heavenly? You know that's your good Judy, your best friend. You love saying how real of a friend she is. What you got to say about this being a doctor, knowing your husband is a doctor too? Where is your thoughts that these people done went over there to your page and done scrubbed your page and found this interview and done put this clip out here, this lady, your good best friend, looking down bad? Is you and Mr. CK gonna have that conversation on next week, even though the show not coming back till next year? Are you going to come to the front and defend her, or put a tweet up and say how sorry you feel for her, that she getting drugged, the way that you done sat up here and said whatever else about Quad? I'm just asking because you said that's your real friend, so you must know her real thoughts.
No matter how many letters they have behind their name.
Yeah. Feel bad for her.
Yeah, I can't imagine how patients feel. Yeah. Well, I think she's at the place now. I don't think she takes like Medicare or Medicaid. She has the upper echelon people. Like you have to be a certain. So there's a certain type of patient that Jackie now sees. Yeah.
That's pretty ironic considering on her conference call with VP Harris, they talked about Medicaid patients and how we need to advocate for them. And Jackie agreed with that and gave the impression that that's the community she serves. When in fact,
no,
that's not true.
No, it's not.
How embarrassing.
And I don't think that is the person that we need or want representing that patient population. My sister almost died in childbirth. She dealt with the exact same thing. She said to her doctor, I feel a certain kind of way. I think she may have had toxemia or, and it just, her doctor didn't listen and she almost died. I mean, so we have to listen when your patients, I tell Aiden every single time he walks in to see a patient, I say, you go in there with an open heart and open mind. You can you really truly have to listen to your patients. You can't judge people. You really can't.
Yeah. So
I think it's horrible that she said those things, but I'm not surprised. And I'm surprised that everybody in the world is acting so surprised because y'all know who Dr. Jackie is. I told y'all a long time ago.
You did.
Y'all know who she is.
You certainly did.
She showed her slip a long time ago.
Exposed.
Now, is there a new cast member that you would like to share some tea with?
I don't know any of the new cast members, and I think it's I wouldn't want them to go in. I think you have to make an assessment on your own when you go in. I think that's the worst thing you could do is go in and give your opinion in your relationship. Right. And sometimes it's a hindrance because when Buffy came on, I remember I loved her. Like I really liked Buffy. We hit it off. But I didn't want to be too close to her because I knew that they would isolate her for being my friend. So no, there's not a new cast member I would share anything with. I tell them, keep your eyes open, honey. Sleep with them open on the trips. And remember, what people do to others, they will do to you in opportune time.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Speaking of Buffy Purcell,
Mhm.
sorry, Steve, I
You're
would
good.
love to see Buffy Purcell come back on
No,
Married
thank
to
you.
Medicine.
No,
Well,
thank you.
too, yes.
No, thank you.
Honey, let me tell you something. People have slept. I don't know if they slept on Buffy or they don't talk about
Well, I'm
Buffy.
still
The ladies
sleeping.
don't on the show. But baby, when I told you that lady came and she was so authentic, she was fire. I didn't cast Buffy. I cast the rest of the ladies. But baby, I hate that I did not. She is amazing, inside and out, beautiful, and she held every one of those ladies accountable. They couldn't take Buffy. They couldn't take Miss Buffy, baby. They could not take Buffy, honey. Buffy came through. She did, and had receipts too.
Shining.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Mhm.
She's all about the numbers. I like her though, and I like her relationship with her husband, and I like her style. I just like Buffy.
I love Buffy.
She was so confident. It was almost like they hated on her confidence and her story. I mean, her
I'm sorry.
challenges,
I don't remember
you know.
none of that. I'm gonna have to go back and watch that season. I don't remember nobody hating on this lady. I don't remember. Only thing I remember was Jackie being out of line, speaking on that lady's medical situation in front of people. But I don't remember nobody really hating on her. I might have to go back and watch. What season was that? I don't even remember. Let me know. And ever since then, she's been dragging it. So I know that she has been living in heaven amongst the clouds and stuff since this tea has come out about Jackie and the things that she has to say, because it gives her more validation to drag the dog fuck out of Jackie. Now I'm not saying that she shouldn't. I've already said that, but girl, now you have a reason, and this time it makes sense. The other times you just spewing shit because I don't know if you wanted to be back on the show or what the hell. It was giving highly annoying. Okay, but I have to go back and watch and see because I'm trying to find out who was hating. Who was hating? If anything, the people probably was more confused than they was hating. But that's just on my outside.
The diseases she faced and just the way they treated her. Just her talking about it was the infertility struggle that she faced. That was her story and testimony to tell and share. And they didn't give her the opportunity to do that.
That's true.
It's just like people competing for a storyline, but that's that girl's story. And
You're
she's
right.
young and beautiful. And I just, my heart goes out to her
pretty.
when she, tells her story. But she's amazing. She was an asset to Married to Medicine.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And she holds the girls accountable.
What girls are y'all speaking of? Who are these girls y'all speaking? Who did she? Y'all gotta remind me. Somebody put in a comment. Who did she hold accountable aside from Jackie Ayers? I'm confused. Who else? I gotta go back and watch the season. I don't even want to watch the seasons. Just give me a damn compilation of times of what they referring to. That's what I want. I want a compilation of times when the ladies was jealous of Buffy or couldn't handle her. And then I want a time that she was holding the girls accountable or getting in their ass. Just give me just to trigger my memory, because so much has happened since then and I just don't recall. I'm sure I may have liked Buffy at one point, but the way she just kept talking about Married to Medicine after being away from the show just kind of like turned me off from her. And I'm like, girl, what else is going on? Move on. But y'all, somebody send me a compilation.
I think that's what they're afraid of. You have this core group who think that they can vote everybody in and vote everybody out, and that's what they're doing. But I mean, before it's all said and gone, they're gonna find themselves with 2 viewers. So see how that works out for the Golden Girls.
Hilarious.
Girl.
She definitely got a point.
I think anybody.
It is the core 4, honey.
They don't think that. That's the scary part.
Yeah.
They don't know that. They have no idea.
She got a point.
I mean, anybody can be on the cutting board.
Uh-huh.
With that, Get It By TV that's viewing us live has said, how do you feel about Simone?
I don't.
Next, moving on.
She delivered Lauren.
Oh, she delivered her daughter. Okay.
Do you know Dr. G's new wife, Sweet Tea? Have you met her?
I haven't. I haven't. I've seen her on TV. She reminds me so much of Toya.
Mm-hmm.
She had something about her look. She kind of had something about her. She just favors Toya. But I haven't. I've never met her. I spoke, I think, a couple times to the showrunner, James Knox, and he spoke really highly of her and said she was just sweet and lovable and a country girl. So, I mean, I think I'd love her based on that. Just what I've been told about her, she seemed to be a sweet girl.
She does seem like a sweet girl.
Yeah.
Do you think the show was an accurate portrayal of you?
You know what? I'm going to be honest. I'm team too much. I'm extra credit. So that part, people may not like it, but that is a part of me. I don't think they showed the layers of me, the many dimensions of me. You know, I think that they tried to typecast me. So no, I don't think they necessarily had an accurate portrayal because they didn't show the full gamut of who I am. They didn't show me as a businesswoman, the fact that I own the franchise. They didn't want to show that. You know, they didn't show me as, really as a mother and my two beautiful children and being in an interracial marriage and, you know, how hard it is to be in an interfaith family. So I don't think that they show that. They didn't show. I think people saw parts of the dedication I have for family. Yeah. Seeing my mom and my sister a lot. That's what the show was about for me, generational wealth and the sacrifices that family has made. My mom made so many sacrifices for me and my sister to be college educated women. So I couldn't imagine going on the Married to Medicine journey without sharing that with them. So no, I don't think that the show necessarily showed me in the most accurate way.
I kind of agree with that because I remember that was one of the big issues. She wanted to show them her and the different dynamics of like her husband, like his culture and stuff, and her trying to merge into, you know, what he has going on and stuff. Because I feel like it's a lot of, you know, mixed couples like that where you have, you know, Indians with, you know, black people and all of that stuff. So she probably would have been relatable to that audience. And it was crazy because they ended up letting her go only to go and get Anila. And it's like y'all went and got boring ass Anila when y'all already had Mariah, and y'all could have just put the lens a little more on her situation. And we could have watched more of that. Y'all went and got Anila, and Anila didn't even her family didn't even bring that to the show. She spent most of her time trying to fit in with them damn ladies. Like, I think she got a point.
They wanted me to be the villain. And I don't mind being the villain every once in a while, but that's not, you know, I have a big heart. And that's, you know, I just think they just show one aspect of me.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Can you tell me how your family has been affected or benefited from your vision, the actual vision that you created? Because I saw the pilot for your show and the legacy that's being created by being the creator, the executive producer, and this hit reality show that your brainchild.
Secure the legacy and secure the bag. I think my family has benefited because for me, it was important for my children to see me create something, break glass ceilings, and know that the sky is not the limit. You can go far and beyond. So that was important for me to be able to do that. And I think, you know, the biggest thing for Aiden and I has always been for our kids to be able to go to college, no debt, be debt free. That was the beauty. I walked into a marriage where my husband had no medical loans. People don't know that. Like, you know, they talked about me like a dog, but we actually kept a very consistent life. Same house, same cars, everything, the entire show. So I think being able to create a certain lifestyle for the kids is very important for me. I would love for them to be practicing doctors and not have millions of dollars in debt like a lot of people.
For sure.
Be debt free. So I think that in itself, they have a head start. I had college loans. Let me be very clear. I went to Tennessee State University and graduated from University of Tennessee at Chattanooga. And I had student loans. My husband did not, you know, and so that was a beautiful situation for us.
Absolutely. Yeah. And your family is just, I look at your IG lives and your photos and your posts. Your family is just beautiful, Dr. Aiden and your son and your daughter.
They are a beautiful family.
More of your family. They just hid your family from us.
You know what? I I used to wish that too, but I think it was a blessing in disguise because my kids ain't really into it like that.
They are not.
Lauren is
They don't even be on Instagram. And you would think kids around their age is all up and down IG. They don't even be active on IG. I'm like, I know that's right.
a sophomore
I
at
ain't mad at
Spelman.
it.
Ethan is a senior in high school, getting ready to go off to college. He's a co-pilot. He'll have his pilot license.
Go
By the
ahead.
time he graduates, hopefully he'll be headed to Hampton or
Okay.
Embry-Riddle. And they're just not that into it like that. I mean, it was playing the other day because I was watching it for this, and Ethan got up and walked out when he seen somebody come out of the casket. He said it was cringe.
Yeah, well,
I know that's right,
parts
Ethan.
of it.
We see each other, baby.
No parts of it.
Yeah, so they're not really that into it like that. So it may be good that they weren't shown like that. They're not really. They don't really care about all that. Yeah, we've been traveling the world long before the show. They like to travel and read and hang out with their friends. They're not really into all that.
Legacy. They're creating memories.
Yeah.
And it could be political. And speaking of politics, do you think politics played a part of what ended your time on Married to Medicine?
No, I think money played a part and power.
Let's get into it.
And maybe hell. I mean, that is politics when you think about it. I think it's just, I think you said it in the beginning. I'm the first African American woman to create a franchise at Bravo, and to create, executive produce, and star in a franchise. That in itself tells you, that was pretty heavy. So yeah, it was probably political because we all know what I brought to the show, on camera and behind, the scenes. So, I mean, I think you can answer that question for yourself, Monica.
Yeah.
You know what it was.
And
the ladies knew what it was. That's the disappointing part. And meanwhile, we saw them seasons later marching in Washington, for equal rights and Me Too and all types of things. But when they were a part of it and could have had a voice for someone who needed a voice, they did not.
Yeah.
None of them.
Yeah.
And I think that speaks volumes about
Absolutely.
the good doctors and their wives.
Yeah. They were very intimidated from day one. I think after your first season, I don't think you ever had a easy season after season
And
one.
the crazy part about it, Monica, is I felt like a lot of the situation with me, people saw it. And in hindsight, if you go back and watch it, whatever you think you saw in front of the camera, I want you to know I was fighting hell behind camera. Every scene, it got to a place where my family didn't want me to show up to a scene by myself. That's why my mother would come to scenes with me and my husband and my sister, because I had no advocates, and it was really, really hard. So yeah, it was tough. Every scene, because they wanted my show that damn bad. Like, I didn't realize it initially, but since season one, there was a goal, and it was to kick me out, put me on the island or whatever. But like I said, it was gonna take an army and a navy. It did, but she cute and cool and she high.
I remember we've had many conversations, and it was just unbelievable. One hurdle after the next.
That kind of sounds like she got her just due. She said it was gonna take an army, so it sounds like she may have sued them, as we all know, and it looks like it worked out in her favor in a sense.
One thing, you never had a moment to breathe.
No, not at all. They kept their foot on my neck, baby. Stilettos.
Pumps
In the neck.
the club.
Yeah.
Who would you consider to be the biggest crab in the bucket in all of this?
I think that they are marching to the same beat so much, I can't tell anymore. They're all following each other. Nobody has a voice anymore. I don't know. They're starting to do the same thing, vote the same way. It's so stupid to me. It's so petty and minuscule. I don't know. I'm being honest. I don't really know anymore. They feed off each other. It's toxic energy amongst them. Now they feeding off each other. I really don't know anymore. You know, I thought one person was pulling, you know, the strings. I can't even blame the producers because they'll ask you to do anything. It doesn't mean you have to do it. You can't say no. You can. And so I don't really know. I don't know who's feeding. I think that a lot of it, though, is everything that they were saying about me is how they are. I think they feel like they're the core group. You keep hearing this core and the originals.
Yeah.
And, you know, like there's a sense of there's supposed to be loyalty or entitlement, you know, for them to be there. And I just find that awfully ironic. When they were cast on the show themselves and can always be cast off.
Employees.
You know? So I just find it awfully ironic that they're all feeding off each other. I think that they're doing that, a lot of the originals, you know, because they're nervous. And if they don't stick together or pretend to, then it kind of defies the whole concept of an ensemble cast. Right. You know, and that's why they're saying the stuff to Quad, like you're being iced out, you're not a part of the group, you know, you don't want to, you know, you don't want to be here. And I'm not saying that she does, I don't know. But I know that that is a part of the language and the narrative. Those are the same things they said to me, you know, so I just know that that is a script that they kind of regurgitate amongst each other. I remember saying to one of the doctors saying to me, I think it was Dr. Simone, I remember going to her crying and saying, this is just wrong. I feel like y'all, and I ain't no punk, like I can take it, I ain't no winner. But it was hard. I said, you know, Simone, what's up? Like, y'all just coming to me, I feel like y'all ganging up on me. Like, I don't get this. This ain't good. This is not even good for the show. Like, why are y'all doing this? She said to me, I'll never forget, oh, the audience loves when we come up against you. So in their mind, I think it gets more ratings. I think they get more ratings or, you know, in their mind, or it gets more talk or hype or whatever. So they think it's cute.
And it's not. It wasn't cute.
It's not.
To witness.
It's not.
No.
Even if it's quieter, for me to say that, you have to know. I mean, I think it's horrible that none of them would stand up. And I don't know what Quad did to them. And half of what they're saying probably is true. But they went along with it. They created that monster. Yes. They went along with it. They, you know, they cheered for it, you know, back then. So why you get mad about it now? Quad was showing up 3 hours late seasons ago.
Oh.
And I would be the
person
because I believe, you know, I'm always tacking on, always on time, you know. So that would irritate me, you know, that when I get to a scene, I'm ready. Let's kill the scene. Let's do it. Yeah. 3-4 hours late. And I'm like, I'm not waiting on anybody to do a scene. You know, I had a nanny, a driver.
That's disrespectful.
And time is money. Right. So, you know, they went along with it and thought it was cute back then, you know, but now you want to complain about it 10 seasons later?
Ooh.
Nah, about it.
Not Mariah clocking the shit out of y'all. Quad been on this energy and y'all just not having something to say about it. Quad would have had to get the hell up off the table a long time ago for me, because one thing about it, I'm not gonna have nobody Wayne, so bitch, I wouldn't want you to have me Wayne either. Like, don't play with my motherfucking time. And time is money. Child, I can't.
Now they doing the rinse and repeat. The same thing they did to you, they doing the Quad.
Yeah, they are. They are. Yeah. But she needs to understand that. She doesn't even want to accept that.
Ooh.
She hasn't really, I don't think she's truly let that sink in. You know, you got to be careful how you treat people. And I'm not going to even say karma or anything. I just think you have to be careful how you treat people and what Mariah. You go along with. Because again, what people will do to others in due time, they'll do to you.
Ooh, you right. Amen. You ain't never lied, girl. That's true.
Amen.
And she's seeing it right now.
Someone asked in the comments, I believe the person's name is Tay. She said, how do you feel about them using your video in the intro?
Oh, good question. They did do that.
I think they use my video in the intro. I get Google alerts on every time they do a news article. They tag my name. The blogs has my name and all, you know. So
I believe it.
They do that. I think that would be a great question to ask those ladies. How do they feel? I'm not on the show.
Oh, and haven't
and
been.
the bloggers, how do they feel about them still using my name in order to, let's say, stay relevant, but it's clickbait for sure. You know, I'm not on the show, you know, but you know, I think I am synonymous with Married to Medicine being that I created. So I think it's a question to ask them, how do they feel with me being off the show for seasons?
Talk about it.
You know, I know Heavenly hates it because she said it one time. Let's not talk about her.
Oh yeah, she don't like that.
Hey,
It's not like that.
Yeah, I mean, she shouldn't.
Ooh, I've got the question of the hour.
Come on.
Damn, I miss a good old Mariah and Heavenly feud. I'm not even gonna lie, cause when I tell you Mariah used to wear Heavenly ass out, Heavenly be getting the girls, but I do feel like Mariah used to give her a run for her fucking money. Okay, talking about something, you need to pressure wash this mother. You about to set us all up for contamination, bitch. And when I tell you she used to be on Heavenly's ass, baby, Heavenly, she needed to get Mariah out the way, honey.
Steve, question of the hour.
I'm just crushed, but I gotta say it. Well, ask her. Why did they have Quad on the show if she's not married to Medicine?
My love. You know, I don't know, because for me, and this was, again, it's not about Quad. And so I just feel like the show was created to show beautiful, diverse, minority educated families in medicine. And because, you know, we don't have a lot of shows showing that. Not people that go with a doctor, you know, honestly. I mean, I know they're doing it on other shows, but I'm saying why this one was created, because there was a need to show families. And, you know, so I'm not saying they should have put her on the island and cast her off immediately when she divorced. I think they could have shown her dating life and been done with it, you know, or so be it, and wish her on her way. But I think with anybody, I think the beauty of Atlanta is it is a medical mecca, especially for minorities. And there are a lot of great doctors and people in medicine that they could show. You know, I don't understand it. Like, they just want to keep doing this cookie cutter stuff on these shows, and I mean, the viewers need more. We want more. So I think it's, you know, she's moved on, obviously, to other things, and you know, the relationship is probably grown. They've grown apart. She's grown in a different direction. He's remarried now. Let's see what Miss T or Sweet T has to offer. You know what I mean? Is she giving us honor Palmer? I mean, T boots, I want to see, you know. So let's just see where it takes us. So I think that we don't have to. I think we have so many people in medicine that we can kind of focus on that. I think that's what the focus should be, and the new generations. Like, I'm interested to know, is Alora or any of the other kids going into medicine? I think it's a new generation.
Alora's going.
So I love to know that.
I think they all are.
Ethan are pursuing medicine, and that's what it's about. So,
I know one of Dr. Heavenly's sons
so
is about to go to Mahari Medical College.
You know, looking at focus,
I think that's
we
what
must
it's
keep
called.
that. Now, are you working on any new projects that you'd like to share with us?
Oh, yeah. I'm in the midst of a project right now. I'm sitting here at Sleek Studios, my media studio, co-work space. 6,000 square feet of fabulosity. Bought the building 5 years ago and renovated it a couple times. And it's a boutique media studio. And it's amazing. Full green screen, psych wall in the back. And I have content rooms. We have podcast rooms, podcast equipment. It's absolutely gorgeous. Y'all know me, honey. It seemed too much an extra credit, but more than anything, on the south of Atlanta, we needed something as a creative hub. We needed a place where we can create content and shows. So Sleek is my new baby. And I am creating content. I have a new talk show.
Okay.
And I'm working on.
Okay.
Filmed 3 episodes with some of my icons, some of your favorites. right here at Sleep with a live audience, produced by the absolutely amazing Jody Gomes, Emmy Award winning, Marilyn Gill, who did Roseanne, Monique show, Ogden Bass was the director. And this is a different stage of my life. And I just feel so blessed to be, you know, still in TV and being able to provide a hub for other people. I just want to see people keep creating, and I want to be a part of that.
Okay.
So I'm really excited about this next chapter. So I haven't been gone, honey. She's been working.
Oh.
Sometimes you gotta go underwater.
Yes.
You know, yeah, you do, and glow up. You know, you got, when you show up, you need to glow up. And it's about to be a whole lot of glowing up going on.
You are
Glowing up.
glowing, you are stunning, and we are so proud of you, beautiful Black woman.
Thank you.
So proud
Thank
of you. You know,
Thank you.
before
I'm
we get out of
too.
here,
I am. You know,
before we get out of here, I gotta get your opinion, Mariah. I gotta get your opinion. What are your thoughts on Phaedra joining the cast? And did you see the episode where she was in the church with the casket
Look
and
at his
the funeral,
face.
and Quad popped out?
Wait a minute. Say the last part again. What are my thoughts on Phaedra joining the cast, and what else?
They had a whole funeral scene. Phaedra, she's a funeral
that's too
director.
far. Okay, so
Yeah.
my thoughts on Phaedra joining the cast of Married to Medicine is, girl, get you an easy coin, because that's what it seems like it is. I don't understand the connection or parallel unless she's representing one of the ladies in in the malpractice situation. I don't understand the connection. She's not married to medicine. Oh, wait a minute. I don't understand. I believe that
Heavy on that.
I believe that she's shown that. And I think she deserves something in law and liars, or
Girl,
I like to see her on
bitch. No, the fuck you did not, ma'am. Did you just say law and liars? You cannot do that, ma'am. Girl, what the hell? Law and liars? What the fuck? What the hell kind of show? Bitch, I would love to see who the fuck. Girl, I would love to see who's gonna be casted for Law and Liars. Ooh. Law and Liars, y'all. I would love to see who would be casted for that. Girl, that means you could get paralegals too. Okay, was Lisa Nicole Cloud ever a paralegal? Because she had so many damn jobs. Was paralegal one of them? She probably would be good. Who else would y'all cast for Law and Liars, girl? You cannot say that, Mariah. Law and Liars. That is funny as shit. I would love to see who would be on that cast.
On Housewives of Atlanta in the parking lot doing her law with the criminals in the car. So parking lot lawyers. I don't know.
Parking lot lawyers,
think
girl.
that,
It's
you
the
know,
shade for me.
she's great for TV, but I'm not sure that. I don't know. I can't believe. I just don't understand the connection there. But you know what? She came through. She came through, and she is known as the head doctor.
Oh Lord, no, you did not.
She puts another
Clock and Phaedra like this.
and it shows what these doctors on the show, how they want to be affiliated. So, hey, more power to her. But she better get a cute, quick coin. I ain't mad at it.
Girl,
And there you have
it
from the queen.
Now, on the second part, what did you ask me about the casting part?
What were your thoughts on that? I mean, in the church and the funeral and Quad popping out of the casket, it was just so dramatic.
I thought that was horrid. I thought, like I said before, it was a different depth of desperation on everybody involved. I think it's so much real stuff going on in the world. Like for me, I've been to 4 funerals within the past month and a half. And I cannot imagine pretending to be at somebody's funeral. And I cannot imagine someone asking me to get out of a casket.
It's
And I
mockery.
can't imagine being friends with somebody that would actually get in a freaking casket for a coin. It is not that much money, that much fame in the world. It's not worth it. And that's what I would say to Quan. I would have said, girl, you need to set up people kiss show, rooted to like for real. I don't think that was cute, funny, entertaining, and I was disappointed that those ladies would sit there and participate in it. Especially the doctors who see, sick patients and deal with death on a daily basis. I think they can play about a lot of things, but I don't think death should be one of those things that they play with. I can't imagine somebody asking me.
Come on.
I cannot imagine them asking me to lay in a casket.
Come on.
I mean, you could be casket sharp without being in a casket.
But see, them asking Quad to lay down in that damn casket shows exactly how they felt about her ass this season. It's giving dead. It's giving DEAD for me. Your time on Married to Medicine is giving DEAD. Thank you for your services.
I just think that I hated that for Quad. That's not the Quad I knew. That wasn't the Quad. That's not the Quad I knew. I mean, she would never let anybody make her feel that low. She has to go to the depths of hell and purgatory and lay in a casket.
Child.
Oh no, she don't need that chick. It's time to move on with her. No, you don't need that. If they're gonna make you do that. And then when you think about what they were doing, not only was she laying in a casket, she was laying in a casket. She thought it was a resurrection. They were comparing it to a resurrection, which I thought was horrible too. But she thought it was a resurrection, but it was a true death to them. They were killing her off the show.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
The scheme of things, it was all hooked up.
Yeah,
Girl,
it was truly her funeral and her death off the show.
No, it wasn't. That wasn't it. That wasn't it. But she didn't have to do it. She didn't have to do it, and I cannot believe she did.
Yeah,
and that's the shit Heavenly had been talking about when she was talking to Carlos. Choices. Quiet had choices. Okay, she went along. She had choices. Yikes. And not you over here talking about wanting respect from certain people and they should have had a certain conversation with you, this and that. But I feel like for me personally, you didn't respect yourself enough to not get your ass in that casket. It was a way you could have had a resurrected conversation with these ladies by not laying the fuck down. And you literally laid the fuck down. And everybody walked all over you. For sure.
Well,
I just cannot.
It was desperation. She was desperate for her job,
But listen, she talks about, honey, Miss Quad's very busy and got cute coin. Like, you don't need, this is not, all money ain't good money. And if it gets to that level where someone wants you to do something that bad, because it's that bad.
Yeah.
I didn't like that at all. I didn't like that for her. And I didn't like them asking her to do that. I didn't like them participating in that. I thought it was all BS. I thought it was horrible. And then I think even for her, just knowing some of the things that she's went through, not even as her friend, but just hearing about everything that ladies went through, that she's really faced.
Yes. Thank you.
It give me goosebumps just thinking about the fact that she actually getting the goddamn casket.
Thank you.
No, that's not funny. Like, for real.
Thank you.
Like, no, that's horrible, man.
Yeah.
They don't ever and then want to say I made her feel less.
No, come on.
Don't let anybody minimize you to that place where you feel like you have to do anything for a check. It is a cute check. Let me be very clear. It is an amazing check, but all money ain't good money. You don't have to sell your soul. Like, that's crazy. And she's better than that.
Yeah.
She is. I like to think so.
Now, I'd like to ask, what do you want your fans and viewers to take away from this interview? And what do you want them to know for sure about you and Mariah Huq?
I just want them to know I'm here. I love them. I appreciate the support over the years. I know it looks like I've been gone and I don't care. I do. I've been working. I've been building, and I still need your support. I need your continued support. And I think I'm trying to come back in a bigger, better, way, in a way that I could be proud of, you know. So I appreciate you guys. I don't feel like I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all the love and support that I've received and my family has received over the years. And what I want you to know about me is that, honey, I am real. I am here, and I don't plan on leaving anytime soon. Yes.
Yes.
I went under
Yes.
as a mermaid. I went underwater as a mermaid. I came up as a siren, honey. So we about to push through, come through, and going through. We're glowing up all the way up. The glow up is real.
Yes.
Yes.
Mariah, a fan question. Buttercup in the audience, she says, did Quad ever live with you? Because she said she didn't live with you.
No, Quad never lived with me. Oh gosh, y'all trying to take me way back. No, Quad dated my cousin, and I don't even want to. That's their story to tell. But she dated my cousin, and he went away. You know, and she just moved to Atlanta, and I don't even want to go back to that. But no, she never. That young lady never. We were never roommates. Every time I bring up what it was, we just helped her. My sister and I made sure she was stable when he got jammed up. As simple as that, you know. Yeah, but she's never lived with me. I don't do women living with me, and I'm a married woman. Y'all coming down? Buttercup, honey? No ma'am. No ma'am. Quad has never lived with me and never asked.
So Heavenly, you had lied.
Thank you for clearing that up.
No, we've never lived together, and I've never implied.
You had lied, Heavenly. Quad was telling her truth. You had lied on that lady and said that lady was living there. You had lied. It seemed like Mariah and her sister may have come out their pocket and gave a coin, or either they had let Quad stay with the sister, which is probably where them allegations had came from when Quad had that man's shirt on. But Heavenly, you had lied on Mariah and Quad. Was it the sister she stayed with? Because she said her sister made sure they was straight. She was straight. So you lied.
Okay, so we have a winner. They want me to say
Just talk.
Winner of $100, Benjamin Aaron Perry.
Let me see. How
So
far
we'll
is
get your
we in this?
information and send you $100. Do we have more than one though? Okay, and we should be more than one. What do you want to do? Yeah, who else? Y'all want to do?
Is there any more?
Yeah, do another one. Let's do something else. Yeah.
Okay, I think this might be the end of
What
it.
is? Let me see.
I'm trying to see something real quick.
We see. I thought that was what. I'm trying to read. Okay, Monica, who do we give something to? We need somebody else to get something.
Let me pick someone.
But Heavenly,
so he's supposed to ask.
Paige and Dr. Heavenly.
Okay, so I don't know what to say.
Just pick a random.
Paige and Dr. Heavenly. You lied. It's all because you lied. What else have you lied about, Heavenly? You was wrong for that, girl. Okay? You was wrong for that. But listen, I think her interview is slowly coming to an end. All right. But I wanted to watch it with y'all because I have not fully seen it. You know what I'm saying? And I think that Mariah did a great job. I think she was really honest in a lot of what she had to say. Hold on, let me check and see if they talking about anything else.
Andrew called.
Okay. Not y'all giving it.
Andrew, what's
Not y'all finna give Andrew Caldwell $100. No, he already got some coin.
Okay, Benjamin, my question is, if you could do another Bravo show, what would it consist of?
If I could do another Bravo show, what would it consist of? Oh, that's a good one. I'd like to see more. I like to see a true reflection of Atlanta. I like to see some with more same-sex couples and families, and some of the difficulties that they have to deal with, and and overcome. So I think maybe something like that. I think that we got to have a true depiction of what America is right now, and I don't think we necessarily have that.
That's true.
So I'd love to see more same-sex couples on there. That's something like that, and professionals. I'd love to see a same-sex couple on Married to Medicine, honestly.
I wonder if they're gonna try that.
We have a question
could.
from Love Share Lounge. This person says, will you come to RHOA, Real Housewives of Atlanta?
Ooh, honey, Miss Leaks, I think, and Kandi have always had that on lock. I think Nene needs to go back, the queen of reality and unscripted. So I'm not sure. Like they about on episode. I mean, they on like season 36 or something. Like I don't know. You know, I'm not sure if ensemble is. I don't know if I do girls anymore. I keep telling you, like I want to venture out and go back to what my roots are, and that's journalism. I came from TV. I came from a news desk, and I think it's time for me to return there.
I didn't know that.
So I'm not sure. I want to see Nene back. I would love to see her back in a unscripted capacity. I think she's amazing for TV. I think she's the reason why there is a Married to Medicine in the sense of what she's done for unscripted in households, as well as people like Princess Loftus, who was the executive producer of the show, and Lauren Escalin, and I think people like Tammy Roman. Love seeing her on TV. She's been in it for a long time, and so seeing women like that in it constantly, definitely motivates me. So I'm not sure if I would go to Real Housewives of Atlanta. I think Nene need to go back.
Yeah, we missed Miss Leaks on that show. They need Nene back.
They do.
They do.
They do. But with Nene Leaks, and let's get Dr. Heavenly Fire.
What? Wait a minute. Can I? Andrew Caldwell says, "Can I team up with Nene Leaks?"
Team up with Nene Leaks, and let's get Dr. Heavenly Fire.
I don't think that.
What? Team up with Nene Leaks and get Dr. Heavenly fired? I don't think Mariah give him any more bit of a damn.
To get Heavenly Fire. I think Heavenly does exactly what she was cast to do on Married to Medicine, which be a wild, crazy God. I love Nene Leaks. She's a very resilient woman.
Wild, crazy
regardless if people love her or hate her, you can't deny her mark in unscripted TV. And she's been actually a rock for me during some tough times. So she's a very, very resilient lady. I don't know that they need to fire Heavenly. I'm not sure who they need to fire. I just think they need to shake things up.
Okay, T. Spiller wants to know, Mariah, did you buy any of Toya's wine?
I didn't know anything about it, but I probably would. Toya she's a wine connoisseur, and I love wine, so I would if I knew about it. Maybe it's not been promoted in the right places. I don't know, or she never sent me any.
Okay,
and I actually paid high dollar for good wine, but she knows that.
Stoned more likely wants to know, why is there a narrative out there that you sold a show?
I've never sold anything. I think that there's a narrative because that's what they want people to believe. I've never sold the show, never signed anything to say that. I think people just did not want to believe that a young Black woman from Chattanooga, Tennessee had the capabilities of creating such a giant. They didn't want to believe that, but it's the truth. It's fact. Never sold it. Ooh. Never have, never will.
Ooh, God.
And check those receipts.
Yes, ma'am.
So it's given she about still getting a check.
Would you interview any of the Married to Medicine ladies on your new show?
Good question.
So I haven't really ventured into unscripted on my new show. I hear people, T.I. thought he was one of my first guests. I'm not even sure if I'm supposed to say that. I have some, I'm not really sure. I think if I did, I would do the people that truly had an impact on me, like Kandi. I would love to have Kandi, come on, and Nene. Those are people that I see like that had an impact, in the industry or in business, from the industry. So I'm not sure that anybody on Married to Medicine would be equipped or or, fit for the new show I'm doing.
Or qualified.
Wait a minute, see.
Ooh, not
Yeah.
qualified,
But I love
honey.
them, hey. I think they doing good right where they are, honey.
Yes, in the bucket.
Mm-hmm.
They want to know.
In the bucket.
Huh?
And then King 328 wants to know, where do you see the future of Married to Medicine?
I don't know. So where do I see the future of Married to Medicine? I really don't know with the way in which they're headed. They're at funerals. So, I mean, maybe 6 feet under if they keep going in this direction. I think that they need to shake things up a bit. And I mean, they need to break up this so-called group, because I don't think that they're being honest and doing what's right for the show, or being true to themselves.
Now she see them 6 feet under.
So
bitch.
I don't really know. I think if they get some new, fresh, people and break things up a bit, and they don't be so concerned about getting the check and just be authentic, then it'll be a great show. And stop overproducing it. It just feels so overproduced. I mean, it's crazy. It's just too overproduced. They need to shake up. I mean, TV is changing. Huh? People are streaming on their phones. We don't want to see no fake phony stuff. We want to see some real, authentic stuff. And voting off islands, honey. We'll watch shit. They watch Survivor for that, though.
Fake
Hollering.
funerals.
Hollering.
Jordan Gully wants to know, have you ever considered running for office? That people could use an honest voice like yours?
No, but I love City of McDonough. I'm a member of the chamber. I love it here. I have really been present in McDonough, Georgia, where my business is. I love it here. It's a very small town. I see it growing. We have a minority mayor. She's amazing. And I still was on reality TV. I still had that throw a glass of red wine in me. So I am a work in progress. So I'm not sure if I'd be the right politician at all. But I'm working on it. And one more, and then we can.
Lover of Life 4 wants to know, does Dr. Aiden still speak to the husbands?
Wait a minute, Aiden in the background, like, I don't know. What did you say? I don't know. They asked us, Dr. Aiden still speak to the husbands. Aiden is in the background, like, I don't know what the hell. No, what? No, they're very, 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 they don't talk to me. I don't know what the hell they're
Hollering.
So the answer would be no.
So we got another one. We got one more. Replace that.
We're going to replace that, but okay. What's next?
I am breaking free _autism wants to know. I have a question though. Apart from the incident with Toya, what's your biggest regret during your time on Married to Medicine?
That's a good question.
How would you do it differently?
I think my biggest regret is it probably was the fight. I know they said a part of the, beyond that, but that's still my biggest regret. It has been for a long time. And then Lauren said to me as a little girl, I apologize to my kids and my family for fighting on TV, or just for fighting, period. And Lauren said, but you were protecting me. So I didn't feel so bad about it at that time. But I feel bad about it now because I believe, as the creator of the show and as the EP of the show, that it changed the direction of Married to Medicine.
Boom. Because I mentioned that at the very top of the episode about that. You know what I'm saying? When she tried to say they were going in a different direction. I'm like, well, what direction? Because the first season, y'all was over there throwing them hands. And honestly, I hate to say it, girl, Toya, you was a messy, honey. You should have got wop baba loo bop or wop bambooed, honey, because you was over there talking about how that lady daughter did not belong to her husband, and that was not your tea or your business for you to sit up there and try and tell on that lady. Okay, and that's why y'all was over there swinging and stuff, and all I heard was, oh no, bitch. And then I think Quad came running time saying, hell no. Girl, it was just a lot going on, and I was here for it. Y'all definitely had my attention from that moment forward, for sure. But watch your back, Toya, because now that Quad then it hit the electric slide and got the hell out the way, they probably gonna be coming for you or T next. Okay, because they really just only want the doctors on the show. That's what it's giving. Okay, they looking for another core 4. All right, and it might be Dr. Alicia if she do right. Okay, I'm just letting you know. All right.
That fight did. It also made it a very hot, trending show. It's still to this day is the most, which says a lot about y'all. It's the highest rated episode of all time. That fight with Toya. So I hate that because I think that was a defining moment. But it was a very real moment. Everything I have is for my kids, and everything I have, I probably lose in 5 seconds for my kids. What'd you say?
I love Aiden's response.
Whoa, yeah.
Aiden Huq said, "No, I'm not friends with any of the husbands. I grew up in the hood. Boys had each other back, with the exception of Eugene. No one stood up for my wife with those ridiculous accusations. Come on, Team Huq."
Yeah, so that's Aiden.
Aiden had some things to get off his chest, baby.
I guess he went on and gave his own response.
I
So I think that's
love
got
it.
Is that it?
Dr. Aiden, come through. What are your goals for 2024, Mariah?
Ooh, my goal for 2024, honestly, is to see Ethan off to college. To see my baby off to school. It's all about him. As a freshman in college. To stay, healthy and see about my family. But Ethan is my priority for 2024. I have to see him. We have to put the same energy into him that we did, as we did with Lauren. So to see my baby off to college, I'm excited and sad. That's
tough. It is hard.
It is. It is. I got so tall and fine, honey. Woo.
Gotta fight the
They call him E-Money.
girl.
He is the cutie pie. She has a very handsome
right.
time.
She's good. She's doing great. She got a new little condo.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, she got a new townhome. She actually started a job this week.
Okay.
I'm so excited for her. I'm so happy for her and Lauren started new jobs this week. I said, God is working, honey. Both of them, Lauren and Mom has a job. So
Won't he do it?
Is good. Everybody keeps asking about Mama Luce. She's doing really good, healthy. She's doing great. She need a boyfriend.
That's amazing.
I
Praise
should need a
God. I love
boyfriend.
me some Mama Lucy.
Yeah, me too. Me too. She's a really, really good mom.
What do you want the fans, viewers to take away from this interview, this conversation?
That's what Steve asked earlier. Just that, I'm an authentic person. I love y'all. I really appreciate all of the support, over the years. And that I think one of the major points is everything I ever said on Married to Medicine was actually true. I want y'all to go back and look from day one. And now that you know the backstory, you'll see why a lot of those things played out. And you'll really get to see who people are just now that you've heard my side and you've seen it or whatever. So I'm just like you guys, a hardworking mom and, spouse, and I'm trying to make $1 out of 15 cents like everybody else,
Everybody else.
I love it. I love the support that we've received over the years, and I really appreciate it. So I just want y'all to stay locked and loaded for all my next projects because I got a lot of good stuff coming. And come and see me at Sleek, 41 Griffin Street, McDonough, Georgia. We'd love to have you. We're doing a lot of TV projects here and a lot of content creation. What'd you say? Yes, and a whole lot of glowing up. Yeah. And I'll be announcing the network and everything, who we're working with in January in 2024 with my new show.
Okay.
We can't wait. Can't wait.
Yeah.
This was so good. The fans love you. You know how I feel about you. I am so proud of everything you're doing. And we can't wait for the interviews to drop.
Yes, me too. Me too. Thank you, Monica. Thank you so much for doing this.
I want to talk about Jackie real quick.
Good night. Bye.
I want to talk about Jackie real quick. Y'all know Dr. Jackie has been a highlight fire. Like they have been chewing on Dr. Jackie all on social media, right? But I really feel like people are calling for her to probably be the next to go. I'm sure this, if y'all want some type of vengeance is mine or whatever, since Quad has gotten the boot. Jackie ain't going nowhere. She ain't going nowhere. She not. I really don't see it. Didn't Bravo publish or had some type of partnership or had something to do with her book that had came out? I feel like Jackie is, to me, okay, Jackie is Gizelle, like Potomac, okay? The one that y'all want to get the hell on that they ain't finna let go. Heavenly, I guess, would be like a Candiace, because y'all, you don't like when they just say whatever the fuck they want to say on social media, okay? But that's what I get from Jackie. Jackie isn't going nowhere. Let me tell y'all what's gonna happen. They either gonna address this at the reunion, so it could be behind her, and she already preparing her answers like she prepared her answers. For Kamala Harris, or they gonna try and flip whatever she said and probably use that as some type of piece of a storyline for her as she goes into the next season. So I feel like, if anything, y'all using that video to try to like expose her, and I'm not saying y'all shouldn't. I feel like they may try to use that as a benefit for her, and we probably gonna see that flip into some type of storyline or something come the next damn season if they don't talk about it at the reunion. So I just don't see Jackie going nowhere. If she goes somewhere, I'm honestly not going to give a damn. I've been said that y'all can go ahead and release Jackie because she don't be bringing nothing for real. And I do appreciate when Heavenly calls her out, because she be saying and mumbling a lot of shit behind the scenes, but never want to bring it to the forefront. So I'm glad that Heavenly be trying to force her to talk and say what she been saying, say how she really feel. You been saying how you really feel. Hello, since season 1. I don't know why you starting to get low key and quiet now. I mean, is it because you got your own bid? You done went and built your building or something now, and you just like, I mean, I don't know what it is, but you've been out here saying what the hell you want to say. Might as well keep going. But anyway, girl, I just wanted to touch on that with Jackie, okay? Because people want her gone, but it ain't finna happen, unfortunately, girl. She's like the Gizelle of Potomac, the teacher's pet, okay? She's the teacher's pet. Period. But that was really it to this interview with Mariah. I think Mariah did a really good interview. I enjoyed it, getting her thoughts and her honest thoughts about these ladies. Okay, she didn't go out her way to, I feel personally, shade Quad or not have Quad's back in any fashion because she didn't like her or whatever. She just told the truth to you how she felt about the situation, and she pretty much was, gathering everybody. Cause she ain't got no allegiance to them. Like, girl, I can relate to what Quad went through because y'all did this shit to me. Now here it is, y'all doing it to her. But in the same sense, it's like, that's what you get. Cause you should have known that they was gonna be on your head top in just a few years. Okay, you gotta see how these people be out here in these streets moving for real, for real. But yeah, that's pretty much that. I don't think we'll ever see Quad and Mariah make amends, especially not on television. I just don't see it. I think that Mariah is in a comfortable place with where she's at, and she has washed her hands of it. So it is what it is. But that's all that I got. Shout out to the people we had over here watching with us. On my end, it looks like we had over 1,200 people watching. So y'all make sure that you guys get the likes to match. You feel what I'm saying? Like up the video. If you have yet to subscribe to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. You guys can continue the conversation down in the comment section. Okay, let me know your thoughts and how you felt about this interview and what Miss Mariah had to say, baby, about all of the ladies from Simone who she ain't have really shit to say about. Heavenly, Jackie, Quad, and Phaedra. Okay, lawyers and liars. All right, so y'all let me know y'all thoughts about everything, honey. That's all that I got. I'm Jami, that's me. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Jami, that's me, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.
King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like soldier rag. Leading my people like quarterback. But I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef on computers, I'm straight out the sewer, we come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest, but drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I've been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some boundaries, stand for my honor. But too raw, no corner, packing the stick with a drummer. Wanna catch my bad one.